to Modalities Movement Therapy. I'm Brenda and this is week 18. Today we're going to be working a lot into the feet, into balance and breathing. So deep diaphragmatic breathing, we want to focus on breathing through the nose, and we're going to do a lot of diaphragm releases with a soft reflex ball. If you don't have a soft reflex ball, a tennis ball will do. Something that's a little bit pliable as well will be nice. If you don't have a hard reflex ball, then a golf ball will do, or a tennis ball as well. And the other piece of equipment you're going to need is one of these circle resistance bands. Let's start off rolling under the foot. So I want you to take that hard reflex ball or your tennis ball or your golf ball and slowly roll under the foot. Move from the big toe to the heel and work your way across to the lateral side of the foot. I specifically want you to focus on the arch of the foot. So from the big toe, I want you to take the ball across to the outside of the heel and then back up to the big toe. So you're working on the diagonal, and that'll be a nice release for the plantar fascia, which sits in the arch of the foot. So all the way to the lateral side over to the heel. And then bring the ball back to the big toe, and I want you to hug the ball with the toes and pick the ball up. Hug and pick it up. Let's lift it off. If you can't lift the ball, then just hug the ball with the toes. Roll it slightly forward, so you're just stretching over the top of the foot. Stretch over it. Another 2. And 1 more. Good, let's bring the ball onto the other foot. So again, just start at the big toe, into the arch of the foot and to the heel on the same side, so along that medial line or that deep core line. Move the ball to the center of the foot, and then you're going to take it over to the lateral side of the foot. Try focus on a nice slow movement. Now I want you to bring the ball back under the big toe, and now you're going to work on the diagonal over the arch to the outside of that heel and back over the arch onto the big toe. Keep going. Roll along that diagonal and back to the big toe. Let's do 1 more. And back to the big toe. Now you're going to hug the ball and lift it. Hug and lift it. While we're standing here, I want you to be aware of your posture. And when you're lifting the ball, find out which is your stronger side. Where have you got more stability on? Which foot have you got more stability? That will generally be your stronger side. Lift and lower. Finish off with 1 more and release. Good, put the ball to the side, and I want you to breathe in, and let's roll down and bounce out there. Come down onto your hands and knees, and I want you to take 1 foot forward and you stay on the other knee. Let's massage over the top of the foot, around the ankle bone, along the lateral side of the foot. Don't forget about the toes. And on the inside of that foot, around the ankle bone on that inside, up and down that Achilles tendon at the back. And do the same thing to the other side. Let's now take the ball, so under the same, working on the same leg, bring the ball behind the knee. If you've got any pain in the knees, keep the hands on the mat. Otherwise, curling the toes under, so you're stretching that plantar fascia in the arch of the foot. We're going to release that popliteus muscle behind the knee. And you're going to wiggle the hips from side to side. So keep the bum as close to the heel as you can and wiggle from side to side. Let's release the ball and do the same thing to the other side. So bring the foot forward. Let's start off releasing the toes along the front of the foot. Around that ankle bone. Spend a good few seconds really releasing this area. Work around the outside ankle bone. And along that lateral side of the foot. And again, the Achilles tendon. Let's bring the ball behind the knee. Hands on the mat if you need to, otherwise hold it behind that knee. Hands on the hips and curling the toes under. Bounce your bum back to your heels. And when you're ready, wiggle the hips from side to side. We're now going to move on to the upper body. So we're going to take the ball under the pectoral muscles. So between the sternum and that shoulder, I want you to position the ball, and you're going to lie forward onto the mat. Let's take that arm, the same arm as where the ball is under, and you're going to rest your forehead on the other hand, and you're going to circle that arm. So if you see it from this angle, circle the arm around, palm facing up, and play around with the position of the ball so you get it on that sweet spot, on that trigger point, and then get into the movement. Keep going, circle the arm around. Nice big movement with that arm. Keep going on the same side. Now you're working on the same side. I want you to rotate and lie on your side, stack your knees. You're now going to position the ball underneath that scapula, right at the back where we've got a muscle called the teres major. I want you to try and find that muscle. You should know when you find it. It's a very sensitive spot, so we're releasing part of the rotator cuff. And you rest your head in your hand, support yourself with your other hand. You can rest the elbow on the mat if it's very tender. And then you're just going to move forward and back. Rocking forward and back, giving that area a good release. If you can, you're lifting that elbow up and getting a little bit deeper into that release. Now we're going to take the ball and we're going to continue on the same shoulder area. Then you're going to bring it underneath the upper trapezius, so where the neck meets the shoulder, and you're going to bring your head into your hand, into the opposite hand, and then we're going to just give that area a good release. I want you to keep the elbow bent and just move the body a little bit from side to side. While you're in this position, focus on the breathing in and out through the nose. And then you're going to hold the ball. So you're going to find that trigger point again with that movement. And we're going to breathe in, circle the arm up. So you're going to extend the arm to the diagonal. Then as you breathe out, just bring the elbow down. And you're breathing in. And breathe out. Just keep circling it in the same direction. So as you breathe in, the elbow comes up to the diagonal. So you're opening up across the pectoral muscles in the front and then circling down. Let's do one more nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Still working on the same side. Remove the ball from behind the shoulder and you're going to roll around the neck. And we're going to find the sternocleidomastoid, that muscle that runs from behind the ear down to the clavicle. And you're going to push and twist, push and twist. Once you find that muscle, and it should protrude quite nicely, then you can move up and down that muscle. So work along, pushing and twisting into that release. And then we're just going to release the jaw a little bit. So take the ball along the jawline. Right along to the chin and back up. Let's take it across the chin, change hands, support your head in the other hand. You can stay where you are. And then we're going to continue moving in reverse, just along over the other side of the face. Rolling along that chin and jawline. Let's now take the ball and you're going to rotate your head slightly and then you're going to work along that sternocleidomastoid, that muscle that runs to the clavicle. And then massage around the neck, incorporate a little bit of that as well. So you're still moving up and down the neck. Now we're going to reposition the ball underneath the upper trapezius. And again, just keep the elbow bent and I want you to wiggle the ball around just until you find that trigger point. And once you've got that trigger point, breathing in and breathe out. And again, nice deep breath in. And breathe out. Good. Keep going. And breathe out. Breathing out. Last one. And breathe out. Rock onto your side. Reposition the ball onto that tender spot, so that teres major right at the bottom of that shoulder blade, scapula, and roll forward and back. When you're ready, if you're ready, lift the elbow and move forward and back. So you want the ball to be moving forward and back a little bit in circular motions. So really rock around there, releasing that area that often carries a lot of tension. When you're ready, let's bring the ball under the pectoral muscles. So it's the same side you're working on. Rest your forehead on your hand and then find that spot. Move the ball around if you need to. And circle the arm. Palm facing down as you circle the arm up. And as the arm comes down, palm faces up. Exhale when the arm comes down. Focus on the breathing. Remember, breathing creates movement. Exhale. Do another 2. And breathe out. 1 more. And breathe out. Let's position the ball underneath the sternum so it's that bony process just below the neck. Rest your forehead on both hands and you're going to breathe into the ball. Focus more on your exhalation. So breathe in for 4 and exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it again. Nice deep breath in. Exhale for 6, 2, and 1. Last one. Nice deep breath in. And exhale. Now we're going to position the ball underneath the belly button. And again, you're going to breathe into it just as we've done. 4 counts in, 4 to 6 counts out. And exhale. Just 3 more like that. It's not the most comfortable place to be, but it's a great release. And exhale. Last 2, breathing in. And exhale. 1 more. And exhale. So this is your diaphragm release. We're now going to move on to the inside. Let's all work on the right hip. Bring the ball underneath, or the palm underneath the ball. And if you find this is getting a little bit too deep, you're going to release the palm and just put the ball onto the mat. But if you can, keep the hand underneath the ball and you'll get a little bit deeper into that release. And I just want you to wiggle a little bit from side to side so we're getting that diaphragm release and that psoas muscle, which sits right in the lower back. So it's a deep muscle. And then you're going to bend the knee, and I just want you to pulse it a little bit from side to side. I'm focusing more on the inward movement because I'm feeling more release on the inward movement. That's the inward movement with the foot, and it's an external rotation in the hip. Okay, and let's just hold it there. You can cross the ankle over the knee if you want to, and keep pushing into the ball, breathing into it now. And exhale for 6. Let's do 1 more like that. Nice deep breath in. And exhale for 6. Good, we're going to keep working on the same side. Now we're going to position the ball onto the hip flexor, so it's where the leg bends, and it's just below the hip bone. You can leave the ball and just bring both hands under the forehead, and we're going to bend the knee, squeezing the glutes. You're going to pulse the foot up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep going, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Just a little bit of a, you can release the knee onto the mat if you want to, and just a bit of a windscreen wiper motion from side to side. Let's position the ball right above the knee. And again, I want you to bend your knee. And now we're going to rock in that windscreen wiper motion, but you're rolling the ball a little bit from side to side as well. And I want you to start making the movement a little bit bigger. You can actually come onto the same hand and support your head in the other hand. And we're going to rotate and bring the ball along the inside of the shin. Try to get the ball right down to the ankle, and then you're going to come back into that rotation. Good. So you're opening up, rolling along the inside of the shin, and taking it all the way back, and rotate onto the front of the knee. And again, roll, 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 and come back into that rotation. Keep going. Make sure you're rotating back. Get that movement into the hip. Last 2. And 1 more. Good. Let's come onto the other side. So we're going to start off with the ball right inside on that, what's called the iliac dungeon, inside the iliacus, inside that hip bone. Try to keep the palm underneath the ball. Rest your forehead on your other hand, and I'm going to start in the turnout. And actually, before we go into the turnout, then just extend the leg and wiggle the hips from side to side. Just get into that groove, into that iliac dungeon. Let's now bend the knee, and let's rotate the foot a little bit. Hold the foot behind the knee, open it up as much as you can into that external hip rotation, and I just want you to breathe into the ball. Remember, you're breathing in for 4, exhaling for 6. Finish off with 1 more nice deep breath in, and exhale for 6. Reposition the ball below the hip bone onto that hip flexor, both hands underneath the forehead, and bend your knee and pulse the foot up to the ceiling. 10, 9, 8. And if you want to keep the knee lifted, seesaw in that lift, or drop the knee down onto the mat. Let's reposition the ball just above the knee. And let's start a little bit of a sideways movement with a windscreen wiper motion, and add that rolling just above the knee. And when you're ready, come onto the opposite elbow and the same hand, and you can roll along the inside of that shin and then rotate. Good, inside of the shin and roll and rotate. Keep going. Another 2. You have to put quite a bit of weight into the ball to control it and keep it where you want it to go. And release. Good. From there, we're going to just take the ball onto the side. Just tuck your chin. Come up onto hands and knees. Have a quick sip of water. We're going to move on to the glutes. Take that soft reflex ball or your tennis ball, and sitting on the ball, we're going to give the glutes a nice release there. Work the laterals, release the lateral side, so open up the knee and move the ball along the lateral side of the glutes. So we're just working in circular motions. Let's do the same thing to the other side. All the way onto the lateral side and open up the knee when you're ready, and continue moving around. And lying supine again, we're going to bring the ball right underneath the tailbone. So you want it at the base of the spine. And you're going to just arch, breathing in and tuck. So the ball will move a little bit up and down the spine. Breathing in and out. You can rest your head in your hands, breathe in and out. Continue and breathe out. Now I want you to reposition the ball slightly higher up, and again you're going to arch and tuck. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Finish off with one more and breathe out. Now you're the last position. You're going to finish off with the ball in line with those hip bones. Breathing in and breathe out. And again, nice deep breath in and breathe out. Keep going, breathing in and breathe out. Another 3 and breathe out. 2 more and breathe out. Finish off with one more and breathe out. Good, let's release the ball. Now we're going to bring the knees into the chest and just bounce the knees to the chest. Bring your head into your hands and keeping the tuck, all I want you to do is breathe in and exhale. On the inhalation, feel the diaphragm pushing down, and on the exhalation, I want you to focus on the tuck, and then you'll almost feel like the head wants to come up. So let it flow, and then you're going to breathe in. So just getting a little bit of movement into the spine, and then exhale. If you're feeling any tension in the lower back, you're going to work with the feet flat. So you're just breathing in and breathe out. Good, breathing in. So we're not moving into arch and tuck. I want you to keep the lower back pushing into the mat. Good, keep going. Do another 2. Now you have to breathe in. And on the exhalation, good. One more nice deep breath in. And you should start to feel those abdominal muscles engaging. Good. Now on the inhalation, I want you to extend one leg out, and then on the exhalation, same thing to the other side. You're ready to breathe in. Extend the leg up to the ceiling. And on the exhalation, keep the lower spine rounded and tuck, tuck, tuck. And exhale, exhale. When the head wants to come off, let it. Breathing in again. If you're not taking any strain in the lower back, you can start to extend the foot a little bit further out. Let's go into the exhalation. Change sides, breathing in. Extend that leg. Keep that lower back pushing down into the mat. Breathe out. When you're ready, let the head float off. And still lower we go. Breathing in. And exhale. Other side, nice deep breath in. Nice and slowly. And when you're ready, exhale. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, let's progress to bringing the band around the feet, and you're going to open up the legs slightly so you've got a little bit of resistance in the band, and let's breathe in again. Now you're keeping one knee bent, same movement. You can extend the leg out, keep the lower back in a rounded position, and you're going to breathe out. Let the head come off if it needs, ever wants to. Breathing in. Open up and extend the other leg. Lower back still pushing down, no arching into the movement. Breathe out. Keep contracting. And again, nice deep breath in. And on the exhalation, breathe out. Contract, 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 contract. And finish off with one more nice deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Just hug the knees into the chest. And move a little bit, rock from side to side. Coming up, let's have a quick drink of water. I want you to go back into the same movement. We're going to do it again another 4 times. So with the band or without the band, whatever you want to challenge yourself with, let's breathe in, extend the leg out, and on the exhalation, and when you're ready, let the head float off. Breathing in, lengthen that leg out, and you exhaling. Two more. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. Release the band. Have a nice big yawn and stretch. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock around onto your hands and knees. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to breathe into arch again. As you breathe out, I want you to round the spine, tuck, and you're going to bounce your bum back to your heels. Just stay in that rounded position. Hardly any weight into the hands. You're bouncing back to the heels. When you're ready to breathe in, come back into that arch. And on the exhalation, tuck the tailbone round the spine and bounce the bum back to the heels. We're going to continue the same movement. I want you to take your tennis ball or your soft reflex ball, bring it between the knees, and on the inhalation, we open up as we've done, and on the exhalation, you're going to squeeze that tennis ball, or that soft reflex ball round the spine, contract, contract, and bounce. Keep squeezing that ball. Good. Come back into the in-breath. Open up an arch. Breathe out. Squeeze that ball. Tuck and round the spine. Head comes in last, and you bounce. 2. Let's keep going. Nice deep breath in. Open up. Exhale. Squeeze that ball. Tuck and round the spine. Chin to the chest, and bounce the bum back for 2, 3, 4. Good. Last one. Nice deep breath in. And breathe out into that rounded position. Exhale, 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 and bounce. 2, 3, 4. Good. Remove the ball. Push up into a pyramid and just walk the hands to the feet. Bounce yourself down there. And when you're ready, take a nice deep breath in. Uncurl through the spine. We're going to take the resistance band around the feet again. We're going to work a little bit into balancing. If you're on a very thick mat and it challenges your balance too much, then stand on the floor. What we're going to do now, I want you to be aware of your glutes. So I want you to, and which is your strongest side of your body. I know that my left side is my strongest side. So I'm going to start with my left side, and I want to, as you rotate, you're going to take that foot out into an external rotation. So you're lifting the ball of the foot off the floor and you're rotating out and slightly in. And you should feel those glutes engaging. Focus on your breathing as well. We're going to do that 4 times. So you're going to rotate out and in. 2, keeping the knee locked. 3 and 4. Now your supporting foot, I want you to lift that foot up. We're going to balance and you're going to flex or point and flex that foot in that lifted position. And again, that's going to happen 4 times. Then you're going to hold it, feeling the hip flex a little bit, but I want you to engage the glutes as well. You should feel it more in the supporting leg. And you lift and lower the heel for 2 and 3 and 4. Now release it. Same movement. Lift the ball of the foot and rotate out for 2, 3 and 4. Bring the knee up and you pointing and flexing for 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're going to bend the knee as you lift off the heel of the supporting leg, challenging your balance. Keep going. Let's do another 2 and 1. Back into that standing. Rotate for 2. Feel those glutes working. 3. Get the movement into the hip. And last 1. Lifting up, balancing. You can slightly bend that supporting leg. Point, flex. 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Lift and lower for 2 and 3 and 4. Let's drop down. Rotate for 2 and 3 and 4. Balance and lift. Bend the knee slightly. Point, flex. 2 and 3 and 4. Hold it. Lift for 2 and 3 and 4. We're going to do another 3 sets. Rotate out for 2 and 3 and 4. Bend the knee and lift and point for 2, 3 and 4. Hold it. Lift for 2 and 3 and 4. Repeat it 2 more times. 2, 3 and 4. Lift it up. Flex, point and flex. 4. Hold it. Lift. And 2 and 3 and 4. Last set. Rotate out for 2 and 3 and 4. Bend and lift. Point and flex for 2 and 3 and 4. Lift and lower. 1. Balance. 2, 3 and 4. Good. Just wiggle those hips out. We're going to do the same thing to the other side. So this is your weaker side, and I want you again to be aware of the glutes. So hopefully they are activating. 3 and 4. Let's balance. Lift that leg and point and flex for 2 and 3 and 4. Hold it. Lift and lower for 2 and 3 and 4. Let's take it out. Rotate. Keep going. 2, 3 and 4. Coming up. Point and flex for 2, 3 and 4. Lift and lower the heel for 2, 3, and 4. Rotation, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it up. Point and flex for 2, 3, and 4. Lift and lower for 2, 3, 3, and 4. Back again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Balance. Lift and lower. Keep going. 3 and 4. Flex and point for 2, 3, and 4. Take it down. Let's rotate for 2, 3, and 4. Now we'll go back into the flex and point first for 2, 3, and 4. Hold it and lift and lower for 2, 3, 4. Let's do 3 more sets. 1 and 2, 3, and 4. Balance and bend that knee slightly. Point and flex for 2, 3, and 4. Lift and lower for 2, 3, and 4. 2 to go. Rotate for 2, 3, and 4. Let's bend and balance. Point and flex for 2, 3, and 4. Lift and lower. 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set. Rotate for 2, 3, and 4. Hold it. Lift, point and flex for 2, 3, and 4. Lift and lower for 2, 3, and 4. Take both feet down, and I want you to turn one foot out, turn the other foot out. Turn the first foot in, turn the other foot in. Let's do it the other way around. Rotate, rotate, take it in and in. Other way. Rotate, rotate, take it in and in. As much resistance on the way in as on the way out. Rotate, bring it in. Open up, open up. Feel those glutes working. And again, rotate, rotate. Take them in, take them in. Last 2, 1 and 2. Take it in and in. Last one, 1 and 2. Take it in and in. Keeping the band where it is, I want you to bring your balls on either side of your feet, slightly wider apart. We're going to balance on one leg again. I want you to drop down, lift that ball, get your balance, throw the ball up into the air, hold it, drop that ball down onto the mat, come back into that lifted position, and we're going to change legs. So you're balancing on that leg, you're dropping down, picking the ball up, come back into your lifted position, throw the ball up into the air, and drop back down and release the ball. Switch sides again. Let's balance, get that balance, bend the knee, and coming up, throw that ball into the air, release the ball, and coming back up. Change sides. Balance, drop down, throw the ball up, release the ball, and come back up. Drop down, we're going to do another 4 sets. Lift that leg, bend into that squat position, lift up, throw the ball, lower down, come back up, release. 3 sets to go. Lifting, lower down, and switch. One more on each side. Throw that ball. And switch for the last one. Lower down. Release. Come back up. And step that foot down. Let's release the band. Put the balls and the band to the side. Let's have a quick drink of water. Stand at the back of your mat. Have a nice big stretch. Reach up, pendiculate. Open yourself up. Roll down through the spine. Hang out there and bounce. Let's walk the hands forward. Drop down onto the hands and knees. And push yourself back into your child's pose. Rest your forehead on the mat. And breathe in. If you can't rest the forehead on the mat, then just rest your forehead on your hands. Bend the elbows and bring the hands together. You want to try and focus on breathing into that lower back, just releasing any tension. If you can, rest the forehead on the mat and link the hands behind the back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. And releasing the head, roll up and curl through the spine. Just keep the shoulder blades pulling back and open up across the chest. We're going to finish off lying on our backs. You're going to bring the ball between the knees. So as we did in that kneeling position, we're going to keep squeezing the ball and we're going to breathe in, arching now into the lower back. As you breathe out, you're going to squeeze the ball, holding the ball and squeezing it. Then you're going to focus on the thrust position, so breathing in, and you're going to pulse the tailbone up and down, breathing in. When you need to exhale, breathe out and articulate through the spine. Let's take a nice deep breath in to arch. Breathe out to your squeeze and tack. Breathe in and pulse. 2, 3, 4. Now slowly exhaling, exhaling, exhaling. Lower yourself down. Keep squeezing the glutes. Breathe in. On the exhalation, breathe out. You're squeezing that ball, tucking, rounding the spine, tilting under. Now you're ready to thrust up. Breathe in. Pulse. 2, 3, and 4. Slowly lower yourself down. Keep going. Let's breathe in. Squeeze that ball, tuck and tilt the pelvis under. Then you're breathing in and pulse. 2, 3, and 4. Slowly lower yourself down. And again, we're going to do 3 more sets. Breathing in. Squeeze that ball on the exhalation, tilt and tuck. And breathing in. 2, and 3, and 4. Lower down. 2 to go. Nice deep breath in. Breathe out. Squeeze, tuck and tilt. Breathe in. 2, and 3, and 4. Slowly lower down. And again, nice deep breath in. And exhale, squeeze. Tuck and tilt. And breathe in. 2, and 3, and 4. Lower down through the spine, hug the knees into the chest, and just release the ball. Extend one leg, extend the other leg, and have a nice big yawn. And stretch yourself out. Hug the knees back to the chest, or just bring them in, and then just maybe a little bit of rotation from side to side. You can add the arms moving, just circle them and pandiculate and stretch yourself out. Hug the knees to the chest, rock yourself into a seated position, circle the shoulders up, and a nice deep breath in, and breathe out. Well done, and thank you for joining me.